Hey, how you doing? Justin here. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about ear training for beginners. Now, some of you might have heard of ear training. Some of you might be completely unaware that it even exists, but you will be aware that we listen to music with our ears. So if we can do things that increase our ears' ability to hear and decipher music, it's going to improve our musicianship quite considerably, in fact. Now, most times beginners don't get involved with ear training, and I included ear training in an earlier version of my beginner's course, and more than half of the people seem to not even get involved with doing it at all. They just skipped over that bit. So this time round I've kept it as a separate thing, and I've made a whole ear training course that can be done by more advanced guitar players as well as complete beginners. So it's kind of like a standalone course. And I start with a thing called interval ear training, which is basically learning to hear the distance between two pitches. Now, again, at a very basic beginner level, it's hard to see how this is relevant and how it might help. But you'll have to take my word a little bit that by doing these kind of exercises, your ear gets stronger and you hear music differently. And nearly all of the students I've ever taught this to have reported that after 6 months of this kind of training, they hear music in a different way. So rather than being able to just hear music as a thing, they can hear the parts of the music better because it teaches your ear to focus in on particular elements within music. Interval ear training really helps with singing as well. So if you want to sing and play, ear training is probably the single biggest thing that's going to help you sing in tune and be able to make intervallic steps in your singing. And we do this by learning to recognize different distances between pitches. So if you hear do, do, I know that's the interval of a perfect fourth. If I know the first note was a C, do, do, the second note will be an F. Now, I'm not sure what that first note was because I don't have perfect pitch. So do, actually, it was pretty close. I was saying a B, boo, do. I know that where the next note's going to be. And I know that then an interval is called a perfect fourth. And every different interval we relate back to a different song. So that one I was thinking of as the wedding march or the funeral march, depending which way you look at it, or Auld Lang Syne, do, 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 or do, 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 do. It's the same interval. Do, 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 do. If you look at a major third, another type of interval, if we start here, do, boo, ba, that's singing up a major third, boo, da, and I know that that's where we play it on guitar, do, da, 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 oh, when the saints is a song. So each different interval, we kind of tie it to a song. So when we hear a distance between two notes, we go, oh, that sounds like this song, and therefore you can name the interval. As you progress on your guitar journey, you'll find it really helpful for learning songs on your own, to be able to just listen to a song and then be able to find out where those melodies or chords or lines or progressions or whatever are on the guitar. That's not where you're going to start as a beginner. You're going to start on a much more rudimentary level than that. And even this interval ear training, while it'll be very helpful for you for singing, you won't be using it for transcribing, which is learning songs on your own by ear. You won't be doing that for quite some time. But the benefit is deeper than that. It's almost like going to the gym for your ear. And even if it's not directly the thing that you want to be doing, it's going to make your ears stronger and it'll improve your overall musicianship. It's not something that's essential. I know some really fine professional musicians who have never done ear training in their lives and can't name the pitches, and they play amazingly well. Same with music theory. I know musicians that are fantastic musicians that don't understand music theory either. That's much rarer, but it does exist. So that's why these two modules are kind of optional and not directly included in the course anymore. But I would strongly recommend that you give it a little look. It's a lot of fun as well. A lot of people really enjoy it. Some people don't. Some people do it. It's like, oh man, I really don't enjoy this. In which case, at the beginner stage, I recommend that you don't do it. Because I don't want you to get put off playing guitar because you felt like you had to do ear training and you really hated it. But I'd recommend that you go over to the ear training part of the site, have a look, have a go at the first few exercises and see if you enjoy it. It's very yes or no. So you learn these to start off with. We learn fourths and fifths. Then you listen to a bunch of exercises and you learn to tell the difference between them. And there's little tests. You do the test and you get a score and you can watch yourself improve. So it can be quite a motivational kind of a thing as well. Easy to see the progress and therefore kind of inspire you to keep at it. But you don't have to. I'd recommend that you look at it, go and have a try, see if you can stick with it. And if you can't, It's going to be okay. You can come back to it at a later point in your guitar journey and start from the beginning again. It's not going to hinder you too much, but the earlier you start, the better you'll get at it faster. So I hope that's inspired you to go and have a look at the ear training module. Next, let's have a little talk about music theory.